We're starting with some breaking news coming in. The Unnao rape survivor will be challenging the order in the top court. This is to do with Kuldeep Singh Sengar getting bail. The survivor has said, "We will challenge the decision in the Supreme Court." Her mother says, "We've been fighting for justice for 9 years and I even lost my husband in the process. The police is intimidating us, manhandling us. My family is not safe."
ये जो डिसीजन आया है कोर्ट से, ये कितना दिल दहलाने वाला है, कितना दर्द।
हम 9 साल से ये लड़ी रहे हैं, 8 बीत गई, 9वां लग गया, हमको न्याय नहीं मिली। हम आपको सुप्रीम को वहाँ बताएंगे, इंडिया गेट के पास सब कुछ बताएंगे। पुलिस वाले मारते हैं, धक्का देते हैं मेरे पति को। पुलिस के रहते हुए उनकी जान भी चली गई, मेरे परिवार सेव नहीं है सर।
You heard from the Unnao rape survivor's mother that how difficult it is to navigate these times, considering that the accused, the convict of the Unnao rape case of 2017, Mr. Kuldeep Singh Sengar, has been given conditional bail, and for that they are leading the protest and they will be challenging the High Court's decision in the Supreme Court. With camera person Dharmendra, this is Shreya Ghosh for NDTV.
Shreya joining me live. She's been tracking the story. Shreya, you've just spoken with the rape survivor and her mother, both echoing the same sentiment here, a sentiment of fear and intimidation.
That's right, Vedika. You're absolutely right when you say that we have to go beyond the legal semantics. Here you can see the visuals. We are following the survivor. They are being escorted by the CRPF personals and Delhi police. This case is about how justice delayed is justice denied. And at this point in time, we see this girl showing extraordinary courage, not only her, but also her mother for the last 8 years. And now when she gets the news of Delhi High Court's decision of granting this man a conditional bail. Why? Because the court has noted that this man, he was an MLA, BJP MLA, of course now suspended by the party, but he does not hold the position of a public servant or position of trust, and therefore it is not under the POSCO 2019 POSCO Act, and therefore his offence falls under the basic provisions, which requires 7 years of jail, which he has exceeded, and therefore he has been granted this bail. But remember that he is still in jail because he has another case. He has also appealed for the 2019 case of the custodial death of the Unnao rape survivor's father. For that appeal, the case is still pending. He has not been given bail on that case, and he has to serve 10 years of imprisonment for that. But at this point in time, this Delhi High Court's decision has taken a toll on the family, and as we are following this girl, the survivor with her mother, they will be challenging this Delhi High Court decision in the Supreme Court, and they are scared, they are in distress that there could be any kind of retaliation on the part of Kuldeep Singh Sengar, the accused, because remember that this girl's father was killed, 2 of her aunts were killed, and they faced severe assault and harassment in the last 7 years during their fight for justice. Back to you.
Do stay with me, Shreya. We have some more breaking news coming in, and this has to do with the Unnao rape case. A UP State Minister, OP Rajbhar, has mocked the rape survivor from Unnao and her family. He has said, "What was the girl doing at India Gate protesting when she lives in Unnao?" Mocking the girl while she fights for justice, while she speaks to the media, to people asking for their support at a time like this when she feels absolutely scared for her life and of those who are from her family.
पीड़िता के परिवार के लोगों के लिए कोर्ट ने व्यवस्था दिया है कि सेंगर जी उनके परिवार से 5 किलोमीटर दूर रहेंगे।
लेकिन पुलिस उनके पीड़िता और उनके साथ वालों को उठा ले गई इंडिया गेट से।
इंडिया गेट से तो अब घर तो उनका उन्नाव है, घर तो उनका उन्नाव है,
लेकिन दिल्ली ट्रांसफर
तो दिल्ली से।
Doesn't that send a chill down your spine, viewers? The way the minister was laughing at a girl, all she was doing is making sure that she goes to Delhi and she fights for something that is a right. If it's a right to go ahead and access the legal rights to go ahead and challenge someone's conviction and get bail, it is her right as well then to go ahead and protest in Delhi. And what she gets in return is a minister from the state mocking her, laughing at her. Ranveer is joining me live on that story, on that reaction. Ranveer, this just displays the insensitivity of the minister in question.
This is very unfortunate. UP Minister Om Prakash Rajbar, when he arrived at Assembly, UP Assembly, we asked question about Kuldeep Singh Sengar, and in reply he said that why the rape victim was sitting at India Gate if she is a resident of Unnao. So obviously this is very unfortunate, and the laugh, the satire over this issue is unfortunate, and OP Rajbar left after giving this bite inside the assembly. So this case was obviously a very big case. Kuldeep Singh Sengar is in jail, and yesterday Delhi court decided to relieve him, but now the politics is going on, and OP Rajbar was saying that why the rape victim was protesting.
Absolutely, and instead of assuring her on camera and off camera that the UP government will ensure her safety, what she gets in return is a minister mocking her, laughing at her insecurities at this point, which are rightfully insecurities at this point, and laughing at her plight. Thank you for joining me live. But the big political story of the hour, and we're going to stay on this for a while, sources telling NDTV that Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray, cousins and rivals for over 2 decades, have reached a seat-sharing arrangement for the upcoming BMC polls. In fact, in moments from now, we're going to have that announcement coming in. And viewers, what you see on your screens are live visuals coming in from Mumbai. That is at the Bal Thackeray Memorial, that you see the cousins who were estranged for 20 years coming together. In moments from now, we're expecting them to formally announce they're coming together, their alliance, ahead of the BMC elections. That official announcement anytime now. According to sources, Uddhav Thackera's Shiv Sena, UBT, will contest about 157 of the 227 BMC seats, while Raj Thackeray's MNS will contest the remaining 70. Meanwhile, UBT has completely ruled out any further talks with the Congress over the BMC polls. This as the Congress had opposed a UBT reunion with the MNS. Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray there on our screens. Joining me shortly will also be Sudhir Suryavanshi, author and senior editor, New Indian Express. And we will talk to him about the 20 years that they have been apart politically and even as family members. Remember, back in 2013, Uddhav Thackeray had extended an olive branch by proposing reconciliation through his newspaper Samna, only for Raj Thackeray to dismiss the gesture completely. Now, 12 years on, Raj and Uddhav have reunited, as you can see on your screens. Saurav Gupta also joining me live, our correspondent on the ground there in Mumbai. Saurav, a rare moment in the last couple of years. We've seen them come together in the recent past, but this is not only a message going out from the family, but from 2 political rivals who are now coming together. A photo op that is really going to change the political history in the coming weeks in Mumbai and Maharashtra.
Absolutely, this is of course something that is going to change the political landscapes. Fresh brushstrokes on the canvas of the BMC, one might describe it as that. But you can see, of course, from the pictures that have been put up, that is also significant. You have, of course, Baba Saheb Ambedkar's photo, then you have Prabodhankar Thackeray, then you have Bala Saheb Thackeray, the founder of the Shiv Sena. Then you have Shrikant Thackeray, of course, who's Raj Thackeray's father. And then you have Meenatai Thackeray, who's the mother of the Thackeray. And they've all been noted figures in the Sena scheme of things. Apart from, of course, the politics, that has been practiced in Maharashtra now, Baba Saheb Ambedkar and Prabodhankar Thackeray worked together, is what many say at some point. And, they were social reformers. Prabodhankar Thackeray was a social reformer. And also then you have Bala Saheb Thackeray, who founded the Shiv Sena. And then you have also today, if you look at this stage, you have the symbol of the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena, which is the steam engine. And then you have the symbol of the Shiv Sena UBT, the Shiv Sena of the Bala Saheb Thackeray, which is the mashal or the torch. And this is an image that of course, has been seen in the past. We saw them coming together at that event in Worli, when, of course, that's where, of course, the speculation began that this would also materialize into an alliance for the BMC elections. But that was, of course, over the language issue at that point. Now you have Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray announcing what we presume to be the formal alliance for the BMC elections, having finalized and concluded a seat sharing arrangement. There are 2 chairs on the dais, one for Uddhav Thackeray, one for Raj Thackeray, so it's presumed that the 2 of them would be addressing this press conference. The significance is written large on the backdrop as well, with the 2 party symbols and, of course, the central figure of all of this being the Shiv Sena Supremo Balasaheb Thackeray. So it's a very clear political message that Balasaheb's legacy, or at least what they're trying to say is that Balasaheb's legacy rests with these 2 parties which are run by the Thackeray cousins. While, Eknath Shinde, on the other hand, on part of the Maha Youth, has also claimed Balasaheb's legacy. He, in fact, has the Shiv Sena bow and arrow symbol, the legendary symbol that the Shiv Sena has of the bow and arrow. So this is, in a sense, a very strong political messaging with a clear-cut goal of the BMC elections. And of course, you can see at that Balasaheb Memorial, where at Shivaji Park, there, of course, the 2 cousins are there paying their respect and their tribute to Balasaheb Thackeray. And after that, I beg your pardon, they'll be arriving here and addressing this press conference, which of course is taking place here at the, at this venue in Worli. Now, Worli also, incidentally, is Aditya Thackeray's, constituency, assembly constituency. And therefore, you can see some last-minute adjustments being made for, that whole press conference at this point. And this is something that obviously we will see now taking place, the formal announcement of an alliance between the Shiv Sena and the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena, something that was considered unthinkable years ago, but something that's also the old-timers of the Sena have tried to, sort of make it happen. So at this point, I can see, some of the senior leaders of both the parties already at the venue.
Yes.
And you will see, of course, Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray walk in a short while from now.
All right.
But the messaging is quite clear that the legacy of the, of the Thackeray family rests with these 2 parties, is what they're trying to say.
Saurabh, do stay with me. I have Vasudha also joining me live. Let's talk about the political messaging, Vasudha. While there is political messaging by the Thackeray brothers, it's also because of political limitations that you're seeing them come back together after 20 years.
That's right, Vedika. In fact, that's exactly what is happening. It's not strategy alone. It's also survival for the Thackeray brothers. Like Saurabh was also explaining, that Thackeray has been the most important, powerful surname in the city of Mumbai, in the state of Maharashtra for several years. We're talking about Bal Thackeray, who's never been the chief minister of the state, but he controlled the state in ways that nobody else could. But both his, his son and his nephew have not been able to create that kind of magic. Yes, Raj Thackeray has oratory skills and Uddhav Thackeray has organizational skills, but both these parties are, on the downward journey, especially with the rise of the BJP and Shiv Sena led by Eknath Shinde also consolidating its position. What's going to happen today is going to be a formal announcement of these brothers coming together. This has been something that people have been sort of anticipating for a while now. We saw them first coming together for, to oppose the alleged Hindi imposition when Hindi was introduced as a third language. Then we also saw both of them come together for the Transport Employees Cooperative Election, and we also saw both of them come together for Diwali celebrations when we saw those heartwarming pictures of their family celebrating the Diwali together. But today is a lot about politics, it's a lot about optics, and it is a survival game for Thackeray brothers, even as they decide to make this about the Thackeray brand and survival of the family. And yes, how the BJP reacts to this is going to be very important, because my guess is that the BJP's dependence on Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena is going to grow. Shiv Sena, led by Eknath Shinde, will be now under a lot of pressure to prove that it is the party of Marathi Manus. And the BMC election, Vedika, is going to be a lot about Marathi versus Gujarati, and of course, dynasty versus development. So we can expect a lot of these changes happening, not just in logistics and of course in the arithmetic, but also in the chemistry and campaign.
Do stay with me, Vasudha and Saurabh. I also have Mr. Sudhir Suryavanshi, author and senior editor, New Indian Express, with us on Breaking Ground. Thank you for speaking with us this afternoon, Sudhir. I want to start with the political messaging. Is it purely for political survival that we're seeing what we are on our screens today?
Yes, absolutely. If you see, after 20 years, if you look back in last 20 years, many times, Raj Thackeray tried, extending the olive branch to the Uddhav Thackeray, but Uddhav Thackeray refused to accept it because that time Uddhav Thackeray was very strong. He was, chief minister also, and his party was power on and off, and he doesn't need, Raj Thackeray like person that time. But now Uddhav Thackeray is no more chief minister. His party is completely, struggling. Is struggling to keep his flock together. And out of compulsion, I think both Thackeray has come together. It is necessary for Raj Thackeray also, and it is important for the Uddhav Thackeray also, because the Thackeray, if the Thackeray brand will survive, then only their political legacy will survive. And both have understood that. Therefore, both Thackeray have decided to come back and reunion in after 20 years. Even Bala Thackeray tried when he was alive. He was not also succeeded. But Maharashtra government decision of imposing the Hindi as a third language in the primary school, that has brought both Thackeray to oppose the imposition of Hindi. They both come together for the opposition of language. Then later their family exchange happened, multiple time on the festival occasion and the family occasions. And then this reunion has been converted into the political, alliance. Now it is interesting to see how much both Thackeray, unite the Marathi Manus in Mumbai particularly and in region, and use for their political gain in the upcoming BMC elections.
Do stay with me. I'm going to go back to our correspondent, then I'll come back to you. Saurabh still with us. Saurabh, just tell us what you're seeing around you at this point. In moments from now, we're expecting the Thackeray brothers to make that official announcement. And this comes after 20 years of estrangement between the two brothers. But of course, over the years, and especially in the last 5 to 8 years, there could be this realization that perhaps they could make a more, a better dent together politically than while they've been estranged.
Yes, this has been described by political observers as a battle for political relevance, political existence, and political legacy. The Thackeray legacy, who does it belong to? Does it belong to Eknath Shinde, who claims it, who has the party symbol, the bow and arrow symbol? Or does it belong to Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray, who of course is the chief of the Shiv Sena UBT, and then you have the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena, which was the first offshoot of the Shiv Sena, to be precise. So that's and that happened in the 2000s, and since then the cousins have been estranged. But we saw them coming together earlier this year, and now of course they are sharing this political platform, this stage. The stage is set for both of them to address this press conference. There are precisely 2 chairs, one for Raj Thackeray, one for Uddhav Thackeray.
Yes.
They will be announcing their political alliance and the arrangement. And like I was saying, the seats are important. Both parties have their strongholds in similar areas. So who gets what seats, all of those things have been decided upon. And finally, the formal announcement of the alliance.
Sorry, we'll come back to you to understand the seat sharing arrangement between the Thackeray brothers. But before that, I want our viewers to understand why Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray are coming together. Those are the latest visuals of the family members from both Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray's family. This is a rare moment for viewers. We haven't very often in the recent past seen images like this. Yes, they've met on festivals, but this of course is a photo op that marks the beginning of an alliance once again between Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray, who were seen as 2 promising faces of the Shiv Sena in the 90s. But of course, things changed over time. But they've come together, and we're now going to talk about why the Thackerays are coming together at a moment like this. Of course, it has to do with the political survival at this point, but it's also because Uddhav Thackeray seems to be weakened after Eknath Shinde's rebellion. We'll get to that in a moment from now. Saurabh, we're seeing on our screens an image of Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray with their family members. And this is just moments before they're going to get to where you are to make that official announcement. A quick word on the seat sharing arrangement as well.
Yes, the seats sharing arrangement is important because both parties have their strongholds in the same area. They have their strongholds in concentrated in Sena strongholds. That used to be as well Sena strongholds. In fact, we are now seeing also the other senior leaders of the Shiv Sena arrive, and both Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray, Aditya Thackeray has arrived, of course, who's the MLA from Worli, from this constituency where this is taking place, and he's of course going to be here, and then of course you will see shortly, the others, the two sort of Sena chiefs, the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena chief Raj Thackeray, and the chief of the Shiv Sena UBT, also coming here to address this press conference at this venue where of course this press conference takes place. In fact, Rashmi Thackeray, Uddhav Thackeray's wife, has also arrived at the venue where this mega Thackeray reunion press conference for the specific purpose of the BMC elections, the political goal of the BMC elections, is also going to be announced. From now, any moment from now, the two leaders will be arriving here and they would be taking the stage. And Arvind Sawant, of course, Shiv Sena UBT MP, also arriving here at this venue in Worli. And this is where this whole program is taking place, and this is of course all a very a sort of a poignant moment in the Sena's politics scheme of things, because this is big.
A moment, I'm going to interrupt you there because we're being told that Aditya Thackeray has reached the spot where the press conference is about to start. To the right of your screens, you do see images of Uddhav Thackeray with his family and Raj Thackeray with his family inside Raj Thackeray's residence at Shiv Tirth. This is from earlier this afternoon, but what you're seeing now is the Thackeray brothers. You have Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray entering the venue from where that official announcement will be made. Those visuals playing to the left of your screens. Aditya Thackeray also there. Remember, this is a homecoming of sorts of Raj Thackeray, who has been estranged from the family for the last 20 years. At one point, he was seen as a successor to Bal Thackeray. He was also honed to be one. But things changed in July 1996, marking a decisive shift in Raj Thackeray's political path. And we will talk more about that with our guests as well. Sudhir, who is live with us. Sudhir, just before this announcement is made, if you could very quickly take us through how Raj Thackeray was at one point in the 1990s seen as a successor, political successor to Bal Thackeray, but things changed once he had a case slapped against him.
See, Raj Thackeray, his oratory style is completely like a Balasaheb Thackeray, and his functioning style also like a Balasaheb Thackeray. So that time Uddhav Thackeray was not that much so much active. Therefore everybody perceived that Raj Thackeray will carry forward the legacy of Balasaheb Thackeray, and he will be natural heir of the Shiv Sena and the Thackeray family. But in the meanwhile, Uddhav Thackeray also developed his own organizational skill. He started taking much interest in the party. And then Balasaheb Thackeray realized that there is his son who can, calmly and peacefully forward his legacy forward. And he has got a very good, temperament in politics also. So therefore, the baton was given to Uddhav Thackeray. And after that, Raj Thackeray realized that he has no more space in the party. Then he rebelled and he formed his own MNS, Maharashtra Navnirman Sena. And Uddhav, carried out his own party. He won multiple BMC election. He was in power. He became a chief minister also. So successfully, Uddhav, carried forward the legacy of the Balasaheb Thackeray. But if you remember, in the Maha Agadi, in 2.5 years after the government, Eknath Shinde rebelled and his government, toppled down, and then Shinde became a chief minister. Uddhav was forced to resign. Then since then, the Uddhav and his party become getting weakened and weakened. Mm-hmm. Now they realize that they need somebody who can really, give oratory skills, who can really make a narrative, who can really change the scenario. And that was Raj Thackeray. and both brother they have decided to come together. As we say in English, blood is thicker than the water, and same thing is happening here. After after gap of 20 years, both the Thackeray has decided to come together. Not only it is a family reunion, but it's a political reunion, and everybody expect, in an Indian tradition, no one wants to see the families breaking down. Everybody wants to family remain united as we carry that tradition forward. So both families coming together. So everywhere across the Maharashtra, if you see every places like Nagpur, Pune, Nashik and other places, people from the both party, MNS and Shiv Sena, particularly Uddhav Thackeray party, are celebrating and having the good time. And they are thinking that this union will also help to rekindle the political opposition force also. And the BJP is very strong force in Maharashtra.
Yes.
And there will be good opposition also because of two Thackeray brothers. And therefore, everybody is,
I'm going to interrupt you there for a moment, Sudhir, because in moments from now, what we're going to see would be Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray making that formal announcement in the run-up. You've seen them also at Bal Thackre's memorial just a few moments ago. Now they've walked in, they're all set to address the media. Like we said, this is of course a move for political survival in a state that has seen a split of the Shiv Sena with Eknath Shinde moving out, which was a huge blow to the Shiv Sena UBT. Let's just listen in to what's happening at the press conference venue. In moments from now, that alliance will be formally declared.
महाराष्ट्र नवनिर्माण सेनेचे अध्यक्ष आदरणीय राजसाहेब ठाकरे आणि त्याचबरोबर आता व्यासपीठावर आहेत संजयजी राऊत. ऑडिओ त्याला पाहिजे ऑडिओ. या ठिकाणी या पत्रकार परिषदेत युवासेना प्रमुख आदित्यजी ठाकरे, अमितजी ठाकरे, त्याचबरोबर रश्मी वहिनी, शर्मिला वहिनी हे सर्वजण उपस्थित आहेत. चंदू मामा सुद्धा या पत्रकार परिषदेला पुढे धक्का लागेल. 2 मिनिटं थांबा. भाविस्कर हो भाविस्कर Hello.
And our correspondent Anuj now joins me on the phone line. Anuj, what we're seeing on our screens has been rare in the last few years. Yes, the cousins have come together in the recent past on festival days. But what we're seeing now is a recalibration in Maharashtra in terms of political alliance to counter the BJP in the state.
This imagery that we see on our screens right now is perhaps an extremely historic one from the context of Maharashtra politics. We've seen that for good or for bad reasons, the politics of Maharashtra has revolved around the Thackeray family ever since the start of the century, even if it might or it may not have reflected or translated into electoral success, but the narrative has always been around the Thackerays. And this moment means that the two Thackeray brothers, who had given all the hints of them coming together earlier this year, and as I said earlier, they met each other, they went to each other's houses after a long hiatus. But now today is the official homecoming of sorts for Raj Thackeray, who will be striking an alliance with Uddhav Thackeray, his elder cousin's party. In fact, his own former party, as Raj Thackeray on 27th of November 2006 had walked out of Shiv Sena, and one of the reasons for that was the very core members of the core leaders of Shiv Sena, many of whom he will be sharing the stage with today. So it has a lot of context to it, it has a lot of history to it, but all of this is also seen as political opportunism by many, given the fact the BMC election is going to be nothing less than a fight for relevance for both of these cousins and for both of these parties.
Anuj, I need you to translate all that's happening on stage, starting with Sanjay Raut, who's introducing the Thackeray brothers on stage.
Sure.
बघा एवढं आमचं एकमत झालेलं आहे. सर्वांचं स्वागत करतोय आणि आता संजय राऊत यांनी संयुक्त महाराष्ट्राच्या लढ्याची आठवण करून दिली.
Sanjay Raut reminded us of the Sanyukta Maharashtra movement.
सत्यनारायणाच्या पूजेसारखं आणलं गेलं नाही, त्याच्या मागे खूप मोठा संघर्ष झालेला आहे. 105, 107
We have fought for the state of Maharashtra.
मराठी माणसांनी बलिदान देऊन मुंबई
107 Marathi people have martyred their life.
आणि त्याची आठवण आज होणं स्वाभाविक आहे.
To make sure that Mumbai stays with Maharashtra.
इथे बसलेलो आहोत ठाकरे बंधू.
And it is understandable why we are getting reminded of that moment.
आमच्या दोघांचे आजोबा प्रबोधनकार हे संयुक्त महाराष्ट्राच्या लढ्यामध्ये पहिल्या 5 सेनापतींमधले एक सेनापती.
Our grandfather Prabodhankar Thackeray was at the forefront of the Sanyukta Maharashtra movement.
म्हणजे शिवसेना प्रमुख हिंदू हृदय सम्राट बाळासाहेब ठाकरे, राजचे वडील म्हणजे माझे काका श्रीकांतजी ठाकरे, म्हणजे अख्खं ठाकरे घराणं त्यावेळेला मुंबई
founder Balasaheb Thackeray, Raj's father, and the entire Thackeray family was together to fight for the state of Maharashtra and to keep Mumbai with Maharashtra.
मिळवल्यानंतर मुंबईमध्येच मराठी माणसाच्या उरावरती उपरे नाचायला लागले आणि त्यावेळेला न्याय हक्कासाठी शिवसेना प्रमुखांना शिवसेनेला जन्म द्यावा लागला.
When it was taken for granted that Mumbai is not exclusively of the Marathi people, and when people started to show their hooliganism, that is when Bal Thackeray had to enter the field of politics.
परत आपण पाहतो आहोत की मुंबईचे लचके, मुंबईच्या चिंधड्या उडवायच्या हे मनसुबे त्यावेळेला ज्यांना मुंबई पाहिजे होती त्यांचेच प्रतिनिधी जे वरती दोघ जण, वरती म्हणजे इकडे नाही दिल्लीत बसलेले आहेत, त्यांचे मनसुबे आहेत.
Those who wanted Mumbai back in the 1960s, they have their 2 representatives sitting in Delhi who are again trying to make sure that Mumbai stays with them come what may.
त्याचा मोठा अपमान होईल. आज आम्ही आमचं कर्तव्य म्हणून एकत्र आलेलो आहोत आणि मी मागेच म्हटलं एकत्र यापुढे मुंबईवरती आणि महाराष्ट्रावरती कोणी वाकड्या नजरेने किंवा त्यांच्या कपटी कारस्थानाने महाराष्ट्राला मुंबईपासून किंवा मुंबईला महाराष्ट्रापासून मराठी माणसापासून तोडण्याचा प्रयत्न करेल त्याचा राजकारणात खात्मा केल्याशिवाय राहणार नाही. शपथ.
If there are any attempts to desert Mumbai from Maharashtra or Marathi Manus from Mumbai, then we'll make sure that the political career ends right there and then.
की आज केवळ महाराष्ट्रच नाही तर अख्खा देश बघतोय. मी सर्वांना विनंती करतोय, आवाहन करतोय आणि एक सूचना सुद्धा करतोय, कारण मागे विधानसभेच्या वेळेला भारतीय जनता पक्षाने जो एक अपप्रचार केला होता, बटेंगे तो कटेंगे, तसंच मी मराठी माणसाला सांगतोय की आता जर का चुकाल तर संपाल. आता जर का
The BJP tried to propagate that if you get divided, you will be finished. Similarly, I would want to tell you all that if you bow down now, then you will end yourself and your community forever.
हाच एक संदेश मी आमच्या आज दोघांच्या युतीच्या निमित्ताने संपूर्ण महाराष्ट्राला देतो आहे आणि मला खात्री आहे की
This is the one message I want to give on this occasion.
वाटेला जात नाही, पण त्याच्या वाटेला जर का कोणी आलाच तर त्याला परत जाऊ देत नाही. मी सगळ्यांना परत.
Everyone knows that we don't unnecessarily poke our nose into someone else's business, but if someone else does it to us, then we make sure that they are not sent back.
आपणा सर्वांचं मी मनपूर्वक स्वागत करतो.
I welcome all of you.
जे काय बाकी बोलायचंय ते सगळं जाहीर सभा जेव्हा सुरू होतील त्यावेळेला बोलूच आम्ही.
Whatever we have to speak at length, we will speak during the rallies.
माझी एक मुलाखत झाली होती आणि मी मुद्दामून आठवण करून देतो त्या गोष्टींची. आणि त्या मुलाखतीमध्ये मी असं म्हटलं होतं की कुठल्याही वादापेक्षा आणि भांडणापेक्षा महाराष्ट्र मोठा आहे.
I recently had an interview where I said that Maharashtra is bigger than any fights or conflicts.
आज आम्ही एकत्र येण्याची सुरुवात त्या वाक्यापासून झाली.
That started or that sowed the seeds for us to come together.
कोण किती जागा लढवणार, आकडा काय हा नाही सांगणार तुम्हाला.
Who will fight how many seats? What is the number? I'm not going to tell you that.
महाराष्ट्रामध्ये सध्या लहान मुलं पळवण्याची खूप टोळ्या फिरतायत. त्याच्यामध्ये 2 टोळ्या अजून जास्ती ऍड झालेल्या आहेत. ते राजकीय पक्षांमधली मुलं पळवतात.
Currently, there are many groups in Maharashtra that are
जे
kidnapping kids.
निवडणुका लढवणार आहेत
But there are more such groups in
लढवणाऱ्या
politics
सर्व
who
उमेदवारांना
kidnap the politician.
दोन्ही पक्षांकडनं उमेदवारी दिली जाईल. ती कधी भरायची, केव्हा भरायची ते आपल्याला कळवलं जाईल. आज फक्त आपल्या समोर एकच गोष्ट मी आपल्याला सांगू इच्छितो की बरेच महाराष्ट्र करत होता. ती शिवसेना आणि महाराष्ट्र नवनिर्माण सेनेची युती झाली हे आज आम्ही आपल्याला जाहीर करत
I
आहोत.
officially declare that Shiv Sena and MNS are alliance partners.
धन्यवाद.
Thank you.
नाही, आकड्यांचा खेळ आता सांगायचं नाही. अजून बाकीच्या महापालिकांमध्ये सुद्धा कालपर्यंत युती झालेली जशी नाशिकमध्ये झालेली आहे. बाकीच्या ज्या महापालिका आहेत त्यांची सुद्धा युतीवरती आज उद्या शिक्कामोर्तब होईल.
For the rest of the places, we'll finalize our alliance in a day or two.
त्यांच्यावरती प्रतिक्रिया देण्याच्या तरी पातळीचे राहिलेत का ते? त्यांना त्यांच्या पक्षात सुद्धा कोण विचारत नाही.
मला असं वाटतं की उत्तरं देवांना द्यावीत, दानवांना नाहीत. मुंबईचा महापौर मराठीच होणार आणि तो आमचाच होणार.
Mumbai's mayor will be a Marathi person and it will be from our alliance.
मला असं वाटतं की एक मुख्यमंत्र्यांचा व्हिडिओ पण फिरतोय ज्याच्यामध्ये ते अल्ला हाफिज असं म्हणलेत. बरोबर ना? तर या
video call of the chief minister is making rounds where he says Allah Hafiz. I have many such videos.
काय ते काय बोलतात त्याच्यावरती माझे व्हिडिओ तयार असतील. काय म्हणायचं त्याच्यावर? सगळ्यावर कसं बोलायचं रे? मला असं वाटतं आज मुंबईचं मी तुमच्यासमोर आम्ही जाहीर करत आहोत आणि बाकीच्या जशा अशा होतील तशा तुम्हाला कळवलं जातं.
We have announced the alliance between Shiv Sena and Manse in Mumbai. The rest will be announced with time.
येऊ तर देत पहिलं. हे जरतर वरतीच खूप असतं सगळं.
भाजपला काय हवंय ते भाजपने पाहावं, मराठी माणसाला काय पाहिजे ते आम्ही पाहतो.
BJP should take care of what they want. We will take care of what the Marathi people want.
चर्चा सुरू आहे. बघू त्यांच्यात. आम्ही आज आमची युती जाहीर केलेली आहे, शिवसेना आणि महाराष्ट्र नवनिर्माण सेना. जे महाराष्ट्र प्रेमी आहेत त्याच्यात काही भाजपातले सुद्धा अस्सल मराठी आहेत, ते सुद्धा येऊ शकतात. ही महाराष्ट्र रक्षणासाठी महाराष्ट्र प्रेमींची युती आहे.
There are many real Maharashtrians in the BJP. Even they are welcome to join our alliance.
सहन होत नाहीये ते सुद्धा येऊ शकतात.
Those who cannot bear it anymore in the BJP Shinde alliance can come here.
हो, मग आता म्हणजे आणखीन काय बोलायचं? तोडलं का? बघा, मला बाकी कोण काय म्हणते त्याच्याशी काही कर्तव्य नाही. मी परत एकदा सांगितलं, महाराष्ट्राला आणि मराठी माणसाला काय पाहिजे ते आम्ही दोघं बघतो.
I have nothing to do with what others say. All I want to say is that we will make sure that Marathi people get what they want.
सगळे पक्ष बाहेर पडून आघाडी आबाधित आहे. त्यावेळेला आम्ही हा निर्णय जाहीर केला होता आणि नंतर काय झालं तुम्हाला माहिती आहे. म्हणून आज आम्ही तो निर्णय जाहीर करत नाही आहोत. आता आमचं दोघांचंच घर आहे ना, दार बंद कशाला करायचं? ठीक आहे, चला. मला असं वाटतं बाकीच्या प्रश्न आता काही तसं काही नाहीये. निवडणुकीपूर्वी अरे झालेलं आहे ना जागा वाटप.
माझी फक्त एकच छोटी विनंती आहे. ज्यांचं मुंबईवरती, महाराष्ट्रावरती, मराठी माणसावरती प्रेम आहे, अशा सर्व माझ्या पत्रकार बांधवांना, भगिनींना माझी विनंती आहे की आमच्या पाठीमागे उभे राहा. धन्यवाद.
I request all the journalists to stand behind the party.
All right, there you see the formal announcement by Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray, who are now standing at the podium there. Moments for photo ops that will, of course, also talk to the alliance, the new alliance being forged in the state of Maharashtra. You've had Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray talk about how the alliance has been formally announced in Mumbai, and they will shortly also be announcing their alliances in different parts of Maharashtra. Saurav joining me live at this moment. Saurav, just take us through what the Thackeray brothers have just said. There have been obviously jibes that have been taken, a formal announcement, and also a reference to Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's comment, "Baatenge to katenge." Saurav, can you hear me?
At this point, what we see is, a sort of, the images of that political reunion specifically for the BMC poll. Several key announcements, being that those who within the BJP also are unhappy can come to us. Also, those who are here saying that, targeting the BJPs largely. Making it clear that the Congress has made an announcement and that announcement is done. So obviously it's quite clear that the Congress is not going to be part of this alliance, and that could lead to some issues with the arithmetic of the Mumbai elections. But at this point, what you're seeing on stage is the family members of these party members, of the party leaders, including Uddhav Thackeray, Raj Thackeray, Aditya Thackeray, Amit Thackeray, Rashmi Thackeray, and of course Shamila Thackeray. All of them on stage along with Sanjay Raut. The alliance for Mumbai is done. Raj Thackeray, of course, saying as time progresses, as the other states progress, there would be, of course, alliances in other states as well. And that is something that we are going to see in the near future as well. But obviously, that we will see happen in the days to come as far as the other places are concerned. And this, of course, is an election. These two men on stage, Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray, it's a question of legacy. It's a question of the man you can see in the picture behind them, Balasaheb Thackeray, and of course these two men and their political future and their political path. And that is of course something that we are going to see in terms of the announcements. Yes, key announcements being made, but at this point the main one is of course that the alliance for Mumbai is done. For the other places, it's a work in progress. And of course, when asked about seats, all we got was a cryptic, it's done. So when they say it's done, one presumes that, some of the key seats on which there might have been some kind of a, tussle over who gets which seat, that will of course be something that they are still discussing. But at this point, what see is that Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray leaving after the press conference, and they've announced this alliance for Mumbai, and of course the alliance for other cities including Nashik and other municipal corporations where they are planning to fight together. Remember, 29 municipal corporations are going to vote, I beg your pardon, municipal corporations are going to vote, and these are all urban local bodies, and therefore these elections are going to be very, very important. They're not just Meera Bhayandar, Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation, Vasai Virar Municipal Corporation, Kalyan Metropolitan Region. So all these Mumbai Metropolitan Region. So all these corporations are going to vote. But the key takeaways, I think, from that press conference was that, from the Thackerays at least, was that we are together to say seating is done. Congress is out. That's confirmed. Everyone is welcome to join, especially when asked about those who've left the Senas and gone to other parties, they're welcome to join. But Raj Thackeray, of course, also making that, comment in jest, and, he's known also for his sense of humor, then saying, let them start coming back first, and then we can take a call on that. So that's what's happening at this point. Dhol Tasha, the Maharashtrian Dhol Tasha playing as Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray leave the venue after announcing that alliance for the Mumbai Municipal Corporation. The redrawing of, the cards, the realignment of the Thackerays, the mega reunion of the Thackerays, getting an official statement and a stamp of sanction from the two Thackeray cousins who have been at loggerheads for a long time, now coming together. Many say the political realities necessitate this reunion. But again, having said that, this is a political moment that Maharashtra is.
And Saurabh, you could see them speaking over and over again about the vote of the natives of Maharashtra, the Marathis there. They were talking about that over and over again. There was a jibe at the BJP as well as the Maha Yuti alliance.
That's right. There were questions on the Maha Vikas Aghadi, and there's a little bit of confusion on what happens there, because clearly, the Congress is not comfortable with Raj Thackeray, but obviously this is a Mumbai municipal elections, and these are fought on local issues, and a lot of local sentiments and local calculations and local thought processes come into play. And therefore, this is purely being fought as a local election. At the state level, at the national level, that Uddhav Thackeray and the Congress is a part of exists. But local elections in the past have also seen realignments. In fact, we're looking at a realignment in Pune, where there is the possibility of the Ajit Pawar and the Sharad Pawar faction coming together. So, yes, local elections are key. And even in Bombay, if you look at, or Mumbai, if you look at the other alliance, the Maha Yuti, the NCP is firmly out. Ajit Pawar's NCP is no longer part of that in Mumbai. It's the, the BJP and the Shiv Sena led by Eknath Shinde on the Maha Yuti. And on the other side, you have the Thackerays, the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena, and the, Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena UBT. And then also, you have, the whole...
reactions coming in All right. There was a live reaction there, but I think that's gone off air. So, Saurabh, we're going to come back to you to talk about the Congress at this point. What does this mean for the Congress in the state of Maharashtra, especially ahead of the BMC elections in Mumbai? We're going to cut across to Saurabh in a moment from now, but on your screens, viewers, you see that that alliance has been declared between Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray. Of course, you've had Raj Thackeray take a jibe at Devendra Fadnavis, the BJP, as well as allies of the BJP in the state. Meanwhile, the big question is what becomes of the Congress ahead of the BMC elections, because they've made it clear that they're not all right with this alliance. Sanjay Rao there speaking. Let's cut across.
नंबर शेयरिंग जो होता है वो व्यापार होता है राजनीति में। आपको इतना सीट शेयरिंग, ये व्यापार है। यहाँ भाइयों में व्यापार नहीं है, ये फैमिली है, समझा? हम देख लेंगे हमको क्या करना है।
कांग्रेस को भी आखिरी
देखिए, कांग्रेस को हमने बहुत बार रिक्वेस्ट किया है कि बीजेपी को अगर हमको हराना है तो आपको साथ आना होगा। सुरुवातीपासून तुम्ही या संदर्भात पाठपुरावा होत होता, जेव्हा कोण बोलत होतं की युती, तेव्हापासून तुम्ही बोलत होता। काय भावना आहे तुमच्या? आनंद आहे सगळ्यांसाठी।
When it comes to seat sharing, it's a transaction between parties, but in this case, this is not a transaction. It's the coming together of a family that was estranged for 20 years. On your screens, viewers, this moment, of course, is an important one because it throws up many questions. How much of a damage and dent can this new alliance ahead of the BMC election make on the BMC polls? Will that be an indication of future political alliances in state elections and other elections as well when it comes to the Thackeray brothers? What does this mean for the Congress as well that has decided to tread its own path after the two brothers have decided to form this alliance? Some key questions there. We, of course, will also look out for a reaction from the BJP on this alliance. And how will this alliance dent their prospects in the state, in Mumbai ahead of the BMC elections is another question. Raj Thackeray there announcing the alliance between Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray, the two parties, they're merging. At this point, let's slip into a short break. News and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned. Now, rape
pulling us into this country.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
A very special moment for us as we announce NDTV Masterstroke, the NDTV Art Awards.
NDTV presents the Masterstroke Art Awards, an odyssey of creative brilliance where the masterpiece meets its ultimate recognition.
NDTV bringing this subject forward would have a great integrity of putting it forward where people could understand the importance of art.
This award that is being started, I'm sure is going to be amazing.
Art for India and for Indians is an expression of our Atmanirbharta.
It's actually quite a formidable jury, so I think we'll reveal a lot more as we go along.
This is an amazing platform, I think, today what you're doing.
Honoring the masters who define our creative landscape. Coming soon on the NDTV network.
Are you ready for the best show in town? NDTV Golf Pro-Am, we are coming to your city. Stay tuned.
Straight from the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Raut, as I track all the developments as they break. Live from the NDTV newsroom, weekdays at 4 p.m.
This was one of the most magical, mystical performances we've seen.
This is like a shrine.
Coming and listening to you is like seeing a maestro perform at that shrine.
I think it was when Nayar sang himself for the longest Qawwali. Yes, that for me was special.
When the first claps came in, I think my only prayers was all of you should be healed. May God give you a lot of prosperity, health, love, long life.
I was mesmerized.
I think it is one of the most magical evenings that I've spent.
बहुत ही अच्छा.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, A.R. Rahman is unmatchable.
It connected me to some spirituality.
This is India for me. This is India. This India I grew up, and this India I'm seeing now. It will never change.
When you have somebody like an A.R. Rahman, legend, maestro, I don't know which word should we choose. It was just a treat.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground. Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling. They are now India's smallest, but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, aise mat kijiye. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude.
We're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship, the line of control, Shiv Arur, NDTV. Across the country.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else, only on NDTV network.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka Deo, on NDTV World. Namaste.
The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindhu.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live. Unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Center.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France. In Italy. At Srinagar. And Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
Big moment in Maharashtra politics. The Thackeray brothers have reunited politically as well. On your screens, you just saw them a few moments ago announcing their alliance together ahead of the BMC election. What does this mean for the state of Maharashtra? What does this mean for the Congress, for the Maha, as well as the MVA? Those are the questions we're going to decode here on Breaking Ground in moments from now. I'm Vedika, and here are the headlines we're tracking at the top of 1 p.m. Thackeray cousins reunite after 20 years. Cousins vow to protect Marathi pride. Uddhav says Mumbai will stay with us no matter what. Raj Thackeray says we'll fulfill dreams of every Marathi. Unnao rape survivor to move Supreme Court against Delhi High Court's bail order, says her family isn't safe. UP minister mocks survivor and her family. TVK leader hints at possible tie-up with Congress, VCK and left for Tamil Nadu elections. Congress's Neta participates in Christmas event with TVK Neta. Bengaluru assault horror. Woman slapped repeatedly by man in broad daylight. Passers-by were mute spectators. A professor at Delhi's Jamia Millia Islamia University has been suspended for setting a question in an exam paper on atrocities against Muslims in the country. Inquiry committee to probe matter. India's Bahubali rocket launch successful takes off from Sriharikota in Andhra Pradesh with Bluebird 6, a next-gen communications satellite. This is the heaviest payload carried by an Indian launcher. It's a big charge against Yunus regime. Days after the murder of Bangladesh student leader Sharif Osman Hadi, his brother accuses the Mohammad Yunus-led interim government of orchestrating the assassination to derail the upcoming national polls. And like I said, Thackeray cousins have reunited after 20 years. Uddhav Thackeray has said that Mumbai will stay with us, come what may. He's also said we will protect the Marathi pride. Raj Thackeray also announcing the alliance there. I believe Priyanka Chaturvedi is with Saurav at this point. Let's just listen into that conversation.
You know, a lot has been said about the issues they're coming together on, and whether that this is a battle for political existence. That is it a battle for the political existence or the political legacy of the Thackerays, and is it an existential battle for the two Senas?
Let me tell you something. In politics, there's nothing about battle of existence. You've seen lows of two MPs in the Bharatiya Janata Party years ago, and they've risen to where they've risen. So there's nothing about political existence. People change their minds. People vote for who they believe would best suit them. What they really need to fight is the voter existence. The right of the voter to be able to choose who he votes for, and to the ballots to show that is what we are fighting for. The existence of voters' rights is what we are committed to fight for, and that is what is of prime importance. Our existence, highs and lows keep happening in every political party. That does not mean that we will lose that at the altar of seeking power.
Ma'am, just one more question. That is, when you have, look at the performance of both the Senas, there has been a dip in the number of seats, and that is gradual, and that's also attributed largely to the demography of Mumbai, the Marathi Manus moving out to the outskirts. How do you see that trend playing out? Because obviously this is a very Marathi Manus-led campaign, and where the opposite side, the BJP, will say, look, North Indians don't have a space here.
That's absolutely ridiculous to say, because my parents come from Uttar Pradesh. This is the
Pradeep
party
Bhandari, who is speaking live, and of course that's the first BJP reaction coming in on the Thackeray brothers reuniting.
ये दर्शाता है कि जिस तरीके से मुंबई में एक विकास की लहर आगे बढ़ रही है, इसी कारण ये दोनों परिवारवादी अपनी जमानत बचाने के लिए साथ में आए हैं। पर मुंबई की जनता और महाराष्ट्र की जनता विकास के साथ में है, एनडीए के साथ में है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ में है, और वो विकास को चुनेगी। दोस्तों, एक तरफ जहां मुंबई में दो परिवारवादी अपनी जमानत बचाने के लिए साथ में आ रहे हैं, जानते हैं कि विकास के साथ में मुंबई है, एनडीए के साथ में मुंबई है, वहीं दूसरी तरफ पूरा देश इस बात पे आक्रोशित है कि जब पश्चिम बंगाल की सड़कों पर हमारे एक हिंदू भाई, जिसकी बांग्लादेश के अंदर कट्टरपंथियों ने निर्मम हत्या करी, उस हिंदू भाई के पक्ष में आप सभी ने देखा, भले दिल्ली हो गया, भले मुंबई हो गया, या देश के अलग अलग कोनों के अंदर हिंदू।
All right, we're going to go back to our top focus, which is the Thackeray brothers. BJP, of course, taking a dig at the Thackeray brothers alliance there. But that remains our top political story of the day, where you've had Raj Thackeray coming out and saying it is important for us to reunite and we will fulfill dreams of every Marathi Manus. Also, interestingly, he went on to take a quote from the handbook of the UP Chief Minister, Yogi Adityanath, who had once and many times after said, "Batenge to katenge," and that's what even Raj Thackeray echoed there on that dais, from that dais. But that's a big story here on NDTV 24/7. You have Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray joining hands for the Mumbai civic polls. They've said we've already announced the arrangements for the polls in Mumbai, and we will very soon even go for these public rallies where we will talk more about the alliance and what the future holds for this alliance. All eyes on the Congress, of course, that has decided to break away from the Shiv Sena UBT at this point. They're not happy with this alliance, is what we're being told. But these two men on your screens will be fighting the civic poll elections in Mumbai together. The decision has been made in public by Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray announcing that alliance. We have with us our guest at this point, Mayur Parikh, political commentator. Mayur, this is a photo op moment, like I've been saying, that will go down in the history for the state of Maharashtra. But this is, you would say, more about political survival, because these two brothers could have come together even maybe 2 years back or 3 years back, but they didn't. They've chosen this moment to come together. Why, according to you?
Well, you have rightly said, it's a matter of survival. Look at the results of Vidhan Sabha. The UBT Sena and Congress party has suffered a huge loss. UBT won around 20 odd seats in whole of the Maharashtra, out of which around 50% seats come from Mumbai. If they lose Mumbai, they will be probably losing the main battleground on which their political existence stand or comes from. The point is that UBT, Sena and MNS have come together today. They formally announced an alliance, but they took around 6 months to finalize that they will be coming together for an upcoming elections. The seat sharing, there are around 40 seats, which is into Marathi core area and which are the open seats, not reserved one seats, and how they will be sharing these seats among two parties, as well as what about the symbol. I mean, UBT will be contesting on the symbol of fire torch, but what about MNS, on which symbol they will be contesting elections? So there are many questions from here now on, but as of now, for the political survival of both the parties, the alliance was much needed. The Raj Thackre's MNS party once upon a time used to get around 7% vote, then 6% vote, then 3% vote, and then 1% vote, and it even didn't contested the Lok Sabha elections. So
Mayur, if I may just jump in with my other question to you, it's about the Marathi Manus, because you've heard both the brothers talk about that today at the press conference. So clearly, this is a political messaging also going out by the Thackeray's at this point, that we're going to do all it takes to consolidate that vote.
Well, consolidation of Marathi votes will definitely help them. But up to what extent, it's a big question. When you talk about the voting pattern or the voting percentage caste-wise in Mumbai, Marathi Manus vote percentage is around 40 to 42%, maybe 43% odd somewhere. But the Gujaratis are around 16%, Muslims are 19%, Uttar Bharatiya voters are 18%, Christians and other voters are around 9 to 10%. So this, the cosmopolitan state of, or the cosmopolitan situation of Mumbai city, this may give you a Marathi Manus agenda, may give you victory into several parts like a Shivdi, Lalbagh, Parel, Mahim, Worli. But definitely this agenda will also take away many seats which are situated in North Mumbai, in Eastern Mumbai, maybe in South Mumbai. You may win Baikala, but you will lose Kolaba. So there are many things. The Congress party is certainly now, the Cheni Thala state Prabhari has already said that there will be no alliance with Congress party, with any parties in upcoming BMC elections. The point which comes here is that the Congress party will claim their vote share of minorities as well as Dalit. So the whole of Dharavi, the Mumbra and the other area, Mumba Devi area. So many areas, Congress will try to win those seats, and UBT, where they won in Lok Sabha seats and Congress party helped them to win in the seats in Vidhan Sabha, there will be a very much a different kind of a ball game in these seats. And really it is going to be very interesting that from where they will get the magic figure for making their mayors in Mumbai.
A word on the Congress as well. Is this a realization by Uddhav Thackeray that it's really not working out in that alliance with the Congress? You've just mentioned the results of the local polls as well that were recently concluded. But is this a realization by Uddhav Thackeray that, of course, the consolidation will be stronger with Raj Thackeray? And where does this leave the Congress in the state of Maharashtra at this point?
Well, a Congress party, the graph of Congress party is also usually election after election. They were on the 72 seats in BMC, then they fell down up to around 56, then 36, then 32, gradually coming down. They wanted an alliance with UBT to win seats in whole of the Maharashtra, but it's worked in Lok Sabha, didn't work in Vidhan Sabha, and that was, I think, the point where the Congress started thinking that whether they should continue with the Congress, with the UBT or not. The another big question is, once they do alliance with the UBT in Mumbai, their seats,
sorry, I have to interrupt you there. There is some breaking news coming in. We're getting source-based information on the possible seat-sharing formula between the Thackeray brothers and the factions. And what we're getting to know at this point is that ahead of the BMC elections, the seat-sharing arrangement could be as follows. Shiv Sena UBT, about 145 to 150 seats, MNS 65 to 70 seats, Nationalist Congress Party, the Sharad Pawar faction, 10 to 12 seats is what we're being told. And to break that down further for us is Saurabh. Saurabh, we're just sharing with our viewers what the seat share arrangement could be. If you could just elaborate on that for us. Saurabh, can you hear me? Go ahead, Saurabh. We're talking about the seat sharing arrangement and the possible seat sharing formula. We're being told that Uddhav Thackeray, UBT Shiv Sena could get 145 to 150 seats, leading that alliance ahead of the BMC polls.
Absolutely, this is largely also proportionate based on the number of seats the parties held, and also taking into consideration the strongholds of each party. Now, yes, they are both Senas and their strongholds are in similar places, but obviously what we also know is that this will also require some deft negotiations which have already taken place, is what we've been given to understand. But that figure is, of course, something that many would be looking at in terms of who gets to fight in which seats. In fact, this is going to be important from that perspective as well. In fact, I'll just try and get in a spokesperson of the Shiv Sena UBT on this issue to try and tell us on the seats sharing what kind of of numbers they're looking at. And this is something that obviously we will try and figure out given the context, given how these negotiations have taken place. They are quite sure that this division of seats is something that's a done deal. The figures are done deal. Who contests where is a done deal, at least as far as Mumbai is concerned. The negotiations may be ongoing for other municipal corporations, but for Mumbai, yes, that figure that we're quoting is now what seems to be the figure that these parties will contest on. And that's a key element of this announcement, because a lot of people believe that, Raj Thackeray, the MNS chief, wanted an announcement of the alliance only after the seat sharing was finalized. While some others said that, it could have been done earlier, they said that they would wait for negotiations to take place and the seat sharing deal to be finalized before they announced that alliance. So that's something that we've heard, and that's something that we've understood from the conversations that that have taken place over the last few days behind the scenes. Seat sharing negotiations are of course a tough job. Every party wants to fight from seats they're comfortable with, and they're comfortable that they will win. So that is one element that these what we've given to understand is that there were seats in areas like Dadar, in Parel, in Chinchpokli, which are Sena strongholds, and where Sena, of course, has a base.
Yes.
So these are areas, Dadar, Parel, all of these areas, and many of these areas, there's been a lot of shift in terms of people have gone to the Shiv Sena led by Eknath Shinde.
Yes.
So all of those factors also have played a role in the negotiations to arrive at these numbers.
All right, so let's talk about those factors. What are the factors for bringing the Thackeray brothers together at this point? Why are the Thackeray brothers coming together now? Well, of course, the first and foremost reason, and we're just going to put that graphic up for you, would be the mutual political weakness. Now, Uddhav Thackeray has been weakened after the Eknath Shinde rebellion, and that faction moving away from the original party. Also, the Shiv Sena split. The electoral base has been fractured because of that, and that's what they are attempting to consolidate at this point. Also important to note that Raj Thakray's MNS has been marginalized in recent elections. So the cousins feel if they come together, of course, there will be more of an impact electorally than them fighting the elections separately. Also, let's just take you through some of the other points at this point. BJP as a common factor. Uddhav Thackeray needs the Marathi consolidation against the BJP, and that's why you heard them speak about the Marathi Manus repeatedly during that press conference. Also, Raj Thakray's standalone politics failing to deliver power, and we've seen this over the last 10 years at least, that it has failed to deliver as a standalone party. Anti-BJP space shrinking without unity. This has been a problem even with the MVA. We are seeing it happen. We've seen the local poll results, which also indicates that this coming together, the alliance is really not working for Uddhav Thackeray. Raj Thackeray signals readiness to bury old grudges, which obviously has been made amply clear with the address that he delivered today, talking about how the brothers are coming together. Public openness during Mahesh Manjrekar podcast has changed the mindset. That was an indication, viewers, earlier this year during a podcast hosted by Mahesh Manjrekar, that he was open, Raj Thackeray, to going ahead with this alliance with his cousin. Uddhav had also agreed, and obviously Raj stays away from BJP is the most important and crucial condition that has been set by Uddhav Thackeray. Past rivalries are no longer required because they politically cannot afford it, of course, is another reason why you're seeing them come together. The vote split, viewers, is hurting both the parties. They've seen it in the past, how this vote split has hurt both Raj Thackeray as well as Uddhav Thackeray. Unity is seen as the only last viable option for the two brothers, the cousins, to come together at this point. Net result is what you've been seeing on your screens. In the last 1.5 hours, we've been bringing to you continuous coverage on the Thackeray brothers, how they've come together, how they've announced that alliance, and of course, BJP taking a jibe at them. And we will get you more reactions on this story, which is our top political focus at this hour. But moving away from Maharashtra politics, moving away from that alliance, The other top story that we're tracking here on Breaking Ground and NDTV 24/7 is, of course, the impact that the order has had by a Delhi court on the Unnao rape survivor. A series of shocking events have unfolded ever since the Delhi High Court on Tuesday suspended the jail term of expelled BJP leader Kuldeep Singh Sengar, who is serving life imprisonment in the Unnao rape case. In the latest that we are tracking, the survivor's mother has spoken on the suspension of the accused sentence and said that the family will challenge the High Court's decision in the Supreme Court. Now, the survivor's mother has also accused the police of intimidation and manhandling. Remember that visuals came in from the capital last night where the survivor and her mother, who were protesting at the India Gate along with activists, were dragged and detained by the police. Speaking on the suspension of the sentence, the survivor broke down, stating that she felt like killing herself and termed the suspension as injustice being served to her and the daughters of the country. The survivor, a minor, was kidnapped and raped by the accused Kuldeep Singh Sengar in 2017.
मेरा यही सभी भाइयों बहनों से यही कहना है, सभी देश के वासियों से यही कहना है कि आज मैं गई थी, हाई कोर्ट गई थी, मैंने जजमेंट सुना, हमें बहुत दुख हुआ। जज साहब ने जजमेंट सुनाया, मुझे बहुत दुख हुआ। मुझे लगा कि मैं यहीं पे सुसाइड कर लूँ अपना, लेकिन मैंने अपने बच्चों के बारे में सोचा, मैंने अपने परिवार के बारे में सोचा, इसलिए कुछ हिम्मत नहीं किया। लेकिन हमारे साथ में अन्याय हुआ है, जो भी हुआ है अन्याय हुआ है। पहले मेरे चाचा की बेल खारिज हो गई, उसके बाद में पैरोकार गवाहों की सुरक्षा हटा दी गई। ऐसे रेप के आरोपी अगर बाहर आएंगे तो देश की बेटियां कैसे सुरक्षित रहेंगी, हम कैसे सुरक्षित रहेंगे, हमारे बच्चे कैसे सुरक्षित रहेंगे, परिवार कैसे सुरक्षित रहेगा।
ये जो डिसीजन आया है कोर्ट से, ये कितना दिल हिलने वाला है, कितना दर्द।
हम 9 साल से ये लड़ी रहे हैं, 8 बीत गई, 9 लग गया, हमको न्याय नहीं मिली। हम आपको सुप्रीम को वहाँ बताएंगे, इंडिया गेट के पास सारी सब कुछ बताएंगे। पुलिस वाले मारते हैं, धक्का देते हैं। मेरे पति को पुलिस के रहते हुए उनकी जान भी चली गई, मेरे परिवार सेव नहीं है सर।
You heard from the Unnao rape survivor's mother that how difficult it is to navigate these times, considering that the accused, the convict of the Unnao rape case of 2017, Mr. Kuldeep Singh Sengar, has been given conditional bail, and for that they are leading the protest and they will be challenging the High Court's decision in the Supreme Court. With camera person Dharmendra, this is Shreya Ghosh for NDTV.
वो बाहर तो आ गए हैं, लेकिन हम लोगों के ऊपर खतरा मंडरा रहा है सर। और अभी क्या पता बाहर आने के बाद हम लोगों को, मेरे पूरे परिवार को खत्म कर दे। अगर उनको बाहर निकाल दिया है तो हम लोगों को जेल के अंदर डाल दे, कम से कम हम लोगों की जान तो सुरक्षित रहेंगी वहां पर, मेरा परिवार सुरक्षित तो रहेगा, हम लोग जिंदा तो रहेंगे। इन लोगों के हाथ से मरने से तो अच्छा जेल की रोटी खा ले, वो ठीक रहेगा।
My colleague Shabang was at the place the girl and her family was protesting last night, where the survivor was eventually dragged by the police and detained. Here's his report.
उन्नाव रेप के इस मामले में अब जब आरोपी को बेल मिलने की बात सामने आई है, तो ऐसे में आज उन्नाव रेप केस की जो विक्टिम है वो खुद इंडिया गेट आ पहुंची है अपने परिवार के साथ में। वो यहां पर फिलहाल प्रदर्शन कर रही थी, लेकिन आप देख सकते हैं कि दिल्ली पुलिस की जो टीम है वो अब यहां से जो विक्टिम है उसे उठाने की कोशिश कर रही है और इन्हें यहां से डिटेन किया जा रहा है। हालांकि आप देखिए तस्वीरों में साफ तौर पर जो विक्टिम है उनका कहना ये है कि वो पूरी कोशिश अपनी कर रही है और उनका ये कहना है कि वो अपनी जो लड़ाई है वो जारी रखेंगे, क्योंकि जो इस पूरे मामले में आरोपी है, जो कि भाजपा का पूर्व विधायक है कुलदीप सिंह सेंगर, तो उसे हाल ही में दिल्ली के हाई कोर्ट ने बेल देने का फैसला किया है। तो ऐसे में उसके खिलाफ आज यहाँ पर उन्नाव परिवार से, उन्नाव पूरे मामले में जो विक्टिम थी वो यहाँ पर है, उनके परिवार के सदस्य यहाँ पर पहुँचे, जिन्हें फिलहाल इस बस में आपको मैं अगर दिखाऊँ तो पहले ही डिटेन कर दिया गया है और उनकी जो एडवोकेट है वो भी यहाँ पर मौजूद है, उन्हें भी यहाँ पर डिटेन किया गया। और आप देखिए तस्वीरों में अब यहाँ से इन्हें ज़बरदस्ती यहाँ से उठाया जा रहा है, क्योंकि ये ठीक इंडिया गेट के सामने यहाँ पर खड़ी थी और प्रदर्शन कर रही थी। इनका मानना ये है, इनका कहना यह है कि मैं अपनी जो लड़ाई है वो ज़रूर जारी रखूँगी। आप देखिए किस तरीके से वो कोशिश भी कर रही है यहाँ पर कहीं ना कहीं बचाव करने की, वो इनको यहाँ से ना उठाया जाए, लेकिन जो महिला पुलिसकर्मियाँ हैं वो यहाँ से इन्हें उठा करके अब ले जा रहे हैं। और ये तस्वीरों में आप दिखा रहे हैं पूरी मशक्क़त यहाँ पर महिला पुलिसकर्मियों को करनी पड़ रही है। ये वो विक्टिम है जो इस पूरे रेप मामले में उन्नाव में रही थी और ये पूरे तो था, बहुत ज़्यादा चर्चा में रहा था और अब आप देख सकते हैं कि एक बार फिर यहाँ पर जो लड़ाई है वो इन्हें यहाँ पर लड़नी पड़ रही है और तस्वीरों में आप ये यहाँ पर साफ देख सकते हैं। और कहीं ना कहीं जो पीड़िता थी उन्नाव रेप केस की, उसे अब यहाँ से उठाया जा रहा है और अब देखिए कितनी मशक्कत यहाँ पर पुलिस को करनी पड़ रही है। हालांकि बस के अंदर जो उनके परिवारजन और उनके एडवोकेट हैं उन्हें पहले से ही यहाँ पर रख दिया गया है और अब यहाँ पर कहीं ना कहीं बात करने की कोशिश।
Reached out to state minister there and asked him about the case and about this young girl who was sitting by India Gate demanding justice. One would expect that the UP minister O.P. Rajbhar would come out and assure on camera and off camera to this rape survivor that the state government will ensure her safety and the safety of her family. Instead, here's what he said.
पीड़िता के परिवार के लोगों के लिए कोर्ट ने व्यवस्था दिया है कि सेंगर जी उनके परिवार से 5 किलोमीटर दूर रहेंगे।
लेकिन पुलिस उनके पीड़िता और उनके साथ वालों को उठा ले गई इंडिया गेट से।
इंडिया गेट से तो अब घर तो उनका उन्नाव है, घर तो उनका उन्नाव है।
लेकिन दिल्ली के ट्रांसफर
तो दिल्ली से
That laugh should send a chill down your spine, viewers. He's a minister in the Uttar Pradesh government and all he could do is laugh at the plight of the Unnao rape survivor. Joining me live is Shreya at this point, who's been tracking all the developments in the case. Shreya, you've spoken with the family as well as the Unnao rape survivor and she's very keen to take this to the top court of India.
That's right, Vedika, and also let me tell you what I just witnessed a couple of minutes back.
Yes,
please.
Yesterday,
just the dragging, how the mother and the survivor was dragged by the Delhi police and detailed, and now the minister mocking their state of affairs. That was not enough. Right now, we just saw how the CRPF personnel who was the bus was carrying the Unnao rape survivor along with his with her mother. They were going, we were following them, and right here on Pandara Road, this is exactly where we got this on camera. How the CRPF personnel literally pushed the mother and was asking her to, get down off the bus midway on the middle of the road, and she was overwhelmed with grief and rage. And here on the Pandara Road, we saw how they stopped midway and literally pushed and manhandled the Unnao rape survivor's mother. Remember that they have been fighting for this justice for the last 8 years. This woman has lost her husband in the process, and the accused Kuldeep Singh Sengar has been now granted this conditional bail. His life imprisonment has been suspended, and this is exactly why both the survivor and the mother they wanted to speak to the media. They wanted to protest like last night, but the CRPF personnel told us that we don't have the permission for to drop them off here at Mandi House for any kind of protest. If they want to protest, they will have to protest as Jantar Mantar, and that is exactly why we saw that kind of an aggressive behavior on the part of the CRPF personnel. We saw this. I was there at that very moment. How the mother was literally pushed, and she's almost in her 60s, and then she broke down. She spoke to us right here on Pandara Road in the middle of the road, and she was requesting us to drop her off because she was concerned about her daughter, who's still there inside the car, inside the CRPF bus, and now they are being taken back to Ghitorni. We understand all of this is happening. Why? Because the Delhi High Court yesterday granted this conditional bail to Kuldeep Singh Sengar.
Shreya, thanks for joining us live there, and it's just unfortunate to see what the family is going through at this point. Joining me live is Yogita Bhayana, founder People Against Rape in India. Yogita, you were with the Unnao rape survivor last evening when they were dragged and detained. Just take us through what happened then.
So basically, we all know at 2:30, High Court gave this very bizarre order that they are reducing his sentence, and they almost it is almost like an acquittal. If you read, it is very complicated document. It is not even clear, but at the same time, it is very vague. They don't even have enough grounds to grant him that thing. So we were outraged. We definitely went to the lawyer, and he suggested that he will make a draft and he will do the needful. But at the same time, victim was very hurt, and she wanted to kind of show her outrage, and we simply decided to sit with a placard at India Gate, and then we were dragged and what not happened. You know, right now also I have the mother of the girl. We are worried about her safety. She has been detained in the CRPF buff. Right now she was coming to sign a document with the lawyer, and she is not allowed. So I mean, is this a mockery of justice that she's not even allowed to sign a document, which because we have to file in Supreme Court tomorrow? We were to meet the lawyer today and not allowed to step out from the bus. Mother was thrown out of the bus, and I picked her up in my car, and we are heading and we are chasing her, and we don't know. I mean, is this something movie kind of a situation going on?
So where is the rape survivor, Yogita? Where is the rape survivor as we speak?
The bus. We are chasing her. She's in a bus. CRPF. She's alone in the bus. Mother is with me. They threw her out of the bus in the middle of the road. I picked her up because she's a senior citizen. She definitely was wounded yesterday, also today.
And what are the authorities saying for moving the mother away from her daughter and taking the daughter in the bus?
We don't know. And she's alone in the bus. They are taking her. We are chasing her. That's what for last half an hour is going on. And we have to sign the document this evening by this evening because we have to file it in the court tomorrow. And they are not letting her do that. And she's crying over the calls. She's calling me continuously. She's saying, I mean, what do I tell her? What the answers we have for her? Do we have anything?
You've been speaking to the rape survivor. Of course, you've been with her. Although we've lost that connection with Yogita because she's in a moving car there and she's chasing the bus that she claims is carrying the Unnao rape survivor. What we're being told by Yogita, and I'm quoting her here, is that the rape survivor and her mother were on their way to a certain place in Delhi when the mother was pulled off the bus. And CRPF authorities have kept the girl in the bus, and that's the bus that they're tracking at this point. This comes a day after what you're seeing on your screens, the protest that took place at India Gate by the rape survivor family members. Yogita, who was supporting them, was also there, but they were detained moments later after the news came in the afternoon by the Delhi High Court of that relief that has been given to Kuldeep Singh Sengar. We're trying to reconnect with Yogita at this point because it's very important to understand from her the mental frame of this young girl who has been through so much. There's been insult also to injury here with the UP minister coming out and making the comment that he has. He went on camera to ask why is the Unnao rape survivor in Delhi protesting when she is from Unnao, and after that he just laughed in front of the cameras, mocking the plight of this young girl on your screens who was detained. This is, of course, a miscarriage of justice is what the family is saying at this point. Kuldeep Singh Sengar is not out of jail yet, viewers, because there is another case that is there against him. While he has got relief in this case, there is another case in which we are expecting him also to go ahead and put in a plea if he hasn't yet. But this is the latest that we have for you. Yogita Bhayana, we're trying to reconnect with her. She's tracking that young girl who is in a bus, she says, in front of her. Her mother is in the car with Yogita because Yogita has just told us on Breaking Ground that she was quote-unquote thrown off that bus, and the young girl was taken in, the rape survivor. And there is a deadline, of course, for the signature of this young girl who is a rape survivor for her to sign documents so that they can challenge the order by the Delhi High Court in India's top court. We're going to come back to the story in a moment from now. We're slipping to a short break, but stay with us. We'll be back soon. What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
is Asia's richest civic body. 2026 begins with Big Bang BMC poll. High stakes Mumbai battle loading. Can BJP extend Maha winning streak? Existential fight for the Sena. Can the Congress strike a comeback? Maha civic body, massive implications. NDTV tracks the Maha build-up, battleground BMC. Pulling us into this country.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
A very special moment for us as we announce NDTV Masterstroke, the NDTV Art Awards.
NDTV presents the Masterstroke Art Awards, an odyssey of creative brilliance where the masterpiece meets its ultimate recognition.
NDTV bringing this subject forward would have a great integrity of putting it forward where people could understand the importance of art.
This award that is being started, I'm sure is going to be amazing.
Art for India and for Indians is an expression of our Atmanirbharta.
It's actually quite a formidable jury, so I think we'll reveal a lot more as we go along.
This is an amazing platform, I think, today what you're doing.
Honoring the masters who define our creative landscape. Coming soon on the NDTV network.
Are you ready for the best show in town? NDTV Golf Pro-Am, we are coming to your city. Stay tuned.
Straight from the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Raut, as I track all the developments as they break. Live from the NDTV newsroom, weekdays at 4 p.m.
This was one of the most magical, mystical performances we've seen.
This is like a shrine.
Coming and listening to you is like seeing a maestro perform at that shrine.
I think it was when Neha sang himself for the longest Qawwali. Yes, that for me was special.
When the first claps came in, I think my only prayers was all of you should be healed. May God give you a lot of prosperity, health, love, long life.
I was mesmerized.
I think it is one of the most magical evenings that I've spent.
बहुत ही अच्छा.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, A.R. Rahman is unmatchable.
It connected me to some spirituality.
This is India for me. This is India. This India I grew up, and this India I'm seeing now. It'll never change.
When you have somebody like an A.R. Rahman, legend, maestro, I don't know which word should we choose. It was just a treat.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground.
Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling.
They are now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children.
We have news coming in. The Kerala Bharatiya Janata Party President Rajiv Chandrasekhar has demanded a CBI probe in the Sabrimala gold theft. BJP is also demanding a CBI probe. A SIT cannot uncover the truth is what he says. Also representing the BJP, what the stand on this is the looting of Sabrimala was not limited to 4.5 kgs of gold. The investigations now show that under the LDA appointed Devaswam board, 4 Panchchola idols were taken out of Sabrimala and sold to international criminal networks. So Kerala BJP President Rajiv Chandrasekhar is expressing anguish over the unfolding Sabrimala gold controversy, describing the developments as far more disturbing than what we first knew. The BJP there now wants a CBI probe. An SIT, according to the BJP, cannot uncover the truth. Only a CBI probe can. And now there is this push by the BJP in Kerala for a CBI probe in this controversy. Chandrasekhar has alleged that the looting at Sabrimala extended beyond 4.5 kgs of gold. He has said, and I quote him here, investigations now show that under the LDF appointed Devaswam board, 4 idols were taken out of Sabrimala and sold to international criminal networks is what he is claiming. Most shocking of all, parts of the sacred padi which were placed during the UDF regime in 2015 were tampered with and looted is what Rajiv Chandrasekhar is also saying. Ashwin joining me at this point. Ashwin, the state BJP pushing for a CBI probe. They're not happy with just an SIT probe into this controversy.
Yes, Vedika. In fact, even the Congress veteran leader Ramesh Chinithan has also demanded a complete CBI probe, because what he has essentially stated is that there are international syndicate which members which are present. In fact, one of them is pointing out, the SIT is pointing out to the role of smuggler and an artifact businessman called as D Money. And D stands for Dawood Money is what some of these sources who are close to the police is also saying. So certainly if there's an international criminal syndicate which is working, the entire responsibility of this investigation would ideally should be done by the CBI. Now that is what the BJP has also demanded. In the same note, BJP also stated that Unnikrishnan Poti, who was planted in Sabrimala since 2009, during 2009 and previous to 2016, it was the UDF government which was in power. So he has pointed fingers at not just the CPM but also the Congress regime as well, who have successfully planted an accused like this to ensure this kind of a pilferage of valuables of Sabrimala. Okay. Now, while Rajiv Chandrasekhar has made this allegation, yes, Ramesh Chinithan has dismissed Rajiv Chandrasekhar's allegation as well.
Okay, thanks for joining us live there, Ashwin. We, of course, will keep tracking all the political developments over this controversy. But staying with the South, in Tamil Nadu, political signals from TVK. TVK leader Adav Arjuna has hinted at a possible alliance with the Congress, VCK and Left Party. Speaking at a Christmas event in Kanyakumari, Arjuna said time will make things right, stressing that Congress, VCK and Communist cadres are already with the TVK. He also claimed support from AIADMK loyalists of MGR and Amma. While the event saw TVK leaders in attendance, most Congress MPs and MLAs stayed away. However, Congress leader Velusamy participated in that event.
நம்ம திருமான நம்ம கம்யூனிஸ்ட் தோழர்கள் நம்மளுடைய காங்கிரஸ் தோழர்கள்லாம் நம்மள வந்து கூட்டணி தர்மத்துக்காக திட்டுற மாதிரி திட்டுவாங்க. கவலைப்படாதீங்க, உண்மையாலே திட்டுற மாதிரி திட்டிட்டு இருப்பாங்க. ஆனால் காலமும் நேரமும் இதை சரி செய்யும். இதை சரி செய்யும். உண்மை.
In the first, the myth that DMK alliance is a formidable one and stronger is busted long back. The moment one of the office bearer of Congress met Vijay, clearly indicates that alliance parties who are with DMK have second thoughts now. Only the AIDMK headed by our leader EPS and BJP who has joined the alliance is more formidable and stronger, and the mandate is very clear. The AIDMK and its allies will form the government in 2026. Speculations are very right. 3 parties who are in ally with DMK have lost their recognition and symbol. So there are only 3 more parties who are surviving. One is Congress, VCK and Communist. If Adav says all 3 are in touch with them, it signals that the end of DMK is inevitable. And it's clear.
And politics has erupted over Union Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari's remarks on Delhi's pollution. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari yesterday acknowledged that the transport sector is a major contributor to pollution and called for reducing dependence on fossil fuels. Interestingly, Congress MP Imran Masood backed the minister, saying Gadkari at least had the courage to admit that there is a problem, but stressed that vehicles are not the only source of pollution. Meanwhile, the political blame game continues. Aam Aadmi Party hit out at the centre, targeting the government of the worsening pollution crisis in the national capital region.
मैं 2 दिन मुश्किल से रहता हूँ, इन्फेक्शन हो गया। ये दिल्ली पूरा प्रदूषण से त्रस्त है। क्यों है? मैं ट्रांसपोर्ट मंत्री हूँ, 40% हमारे कारण होता है, क्योंकि ये फॉसिल फ्यूल, पेट्रोल, डीजल। सुदर्शन जी कितने बार मुझे कहते थे कि इस देश का किसान अन्नदाता नहीं ऊर्जादाता बनेगा, ईंधन दाता बनेगा, हवाई ईंधन दाता बनेगा। अब सब बन गया, बिटुमिन भी बन गया, पर कोई विश्वास रखने के लिए तैयार नहीं। और आज भी इतना 22 लाख करोड़ हम खर्चा कर रहे हैं। अब ये राष्ट्रवाद कैसा होगा?
ये गडकरी साहब ने कम से कम स्वीकारने की हिम्मत तो की कि प्रदूषण की स्थिति बहुत खराब है, और इसको निपटने का भी, क्योंकि जब आप सारे उपाय बताते हैं तो इसका भी उपाय आपके पास होना चाहिए कि इसका क्या उपाय हो सकता है। गाड़ी तो बम्बई में इससे ज़्यादा चलती है, और इधर हमारी तरफ गाड़ियाँ कोई कम थोड़ी है, देहरादून में गाड़ी कम थोड़ी ना है। तो केवल गाड़ी बचाओ ये नहीं है। अभी जो अरावली को बचाने की मुहिम चल रही है, गडकरी जी को चाहिए कि सबसे पहले सरकार के ऊपर दबाव बनाए कि अरावली को बचाया जाए। देखिए, कांग्रेस ने तो देश के अंदर सौहार्द की बात की, कांग्रेस ने तो देश के अंदर नफरतों के जो नाम पर आप जिसकी बात कर रहे हैं, जिस तरह की आपकी विचारधारा के लोग देश के अंदर इतिहास को बदलने की बातें करते हैं, देश के अंदर रहने वाले लोगों के अंदर, चाहे वो धर्म के नाम पर हो या भाषा के नाम पर हो या क्षेत्र के नाम पर हो, वो नफरत की बात करते हैं। तो वो तो आपकी देन है, आपकी विचारधारा का देन तो नफरत है। कांग्रेस की विचारधारा तो नफरत की है नहीं। लेकिन वो आज कह रहे हैं कि देश में जो भी हिंदू मुसलमान के बीच में हो रहा है वो कांग्रेस की देन है, तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति है। मॉब लिंचिंग तो आप लोगों के लोग करते हैं, आपकी विचारधारा से जुड़े हुए लोग करते हैं। मॉब लिंचिंग कौन करता है? आज तो ये गजब तमाशा चल रहा है दिल्ली में, केंद्र में, राज्य में, एलजी, एमसीडी और सब सरकारें इनके पास दिल्ली में हैं। और उससे पहले भी 11 साल से तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार है, जिसमें नितिन गडकरी जी मंत्री हैं देश के अंदर, और दिल्ली देश की राजधानी है। अगर उसके बाद भी उन्होंने कहा है कि दिल्ली में आने से उनकी तबीयत खराब हो जाती है, उनको इन्फेक्शन हो जाता है, तो ये आप सोचिए कि दिल्ली के आम नागरिक कैसे अपना जीवन यहाँ व्यतीत कर रहे होंगे, कैसे अपनी सांसों को, जो उनका दम घुट रहा है, उस पर जी रहे होंगे। लेकिन सरकार ने 11-12 सालों में कोई काम पॉल्यूशन के ऊपर नहीं किया, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार ने। और अभी तो इन्होंने उसकी पोल भी खोल दी, जो रेखा गुप्ता जी की सरकार अभी 4 महीने पहले कह रहे थे उन्होंने दिल्ली की हवा को साफ कर दिया, और वो AQI का डेटा छुपाने में लगे थे। लेकिन नितिन गडकरी जी ने उस डेटा को उजागर कर दिया और उन्होंने बता दिया कि दिल्ली की मुख्यमंत्री झूठ बोलती हैं, दिल्ली का मंत्रिमंडल झूठ बोलता है, दिल्ली की हवा दम घोटू है, दिल्ली में लोगों का दम घुट रहा है।
You know, it is very surprising to see. Just a few weeks back, the Minister of State for Environment and Climate Change, Mr. Kirti Vardhan Singh, in the Parliament said that there is no direct connection between air quality and any diseases. And that was a statement made in the Parliament to safeguard the face of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Delhi, which has been completely exposed. The sad part is, I was hearing to my friend from Maha Party. three people, Aam Aadmi Party's Delhi government, Municipal Corporation and Central Government of Bharatiya Janata Party, all three have done exactly what they are doing today. When Mr. Thackeray says that Delhi air is not good, the reputation of my city is going down. There are so many investors who are not willing to come to Delhi to work.
After Avatar Fire and Ash hit theatres worldwide, viral clips claiming Bollywood star Govinda had a cameo in the film sent the internet into a frenzy. But was Govinda really on Pandora? Or was it just another AI illusion? We leave you with this report.
Just days after Avatar Fire and Ash released globally, social media platforms were flooded with some very interesting clips. The videos appeared to show actor Govinda as a Navi on the planet Pandora, painted blue, delivering monologues in his trademark style, and even sharing screen space with Avatar protagonist Jake Sully. While many users quickly caught on to the joke, others were left genuinely confused, wondering if James Cameron had pulled off the most unexpected crossover in cinema history. The memes triggered a flood of reactions online. Some asked where they could watch the Govinda version of Avatar. Others joked that James Cameron had finally convinced the Bollywood star to make a grand comeback. But the truth is, none of the circulating clips are real. Govinda does not appear in Avatar Fire and Ash in any form. All the images are AI generated, fan-made videos created purely for humor and entertainment, with no connection to the film or its makers. The joke gained further traction due to an old interview where Govinda claimed he had once been offered a role in Avatar, an offer he allegedly turned down. Govinda even claimed he had suggested the title Avatar himself, adding fuel to the internet's imagination. But Govinda hasn't landed on Pandora just yet. NDTV Bureau Report.
Across the country, he has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Rajkol, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka Deo, on NDTV World. Namaste.
The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindhu.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live, unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Centre.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France. In Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
pulling us
other
into this
opposition
country.
parties.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
A very special moment for us as we announce NDTV Master Stroke, the NDTV Art Awards.
NDTV presents the Master Stroke Art Awards, an odyssey of creative brilliance where the masterpiece meets its ultimate recognition.
NDTV bringing this subject forward would have a great integrity of putting it forward where people could understand the importance of art.
This award that is being started, I'm sure is going to be amazing.
Art for India and for Indians is an expression of our Atmanirbharta.
It's actually quite a formidable jury, so I think we'll reveal a lot more as we go along.
This is an amazing platform, I think, today what you're doing.
Honoring the masters who define our creative landscape. Coming soon on the NDTV network.
It is Asia's richest civic body. 2026 begins with Big Bang BMC poll. High stakes Mumbai battle loading. Can BJP extend Maha winning streak? Existential fight for the Sena. Can the Congress strike a comeback? Maha civic body, massive implications. NDTV tracks.
Hello viewers, welcome to the Southern Show. In this segment, we will bring you all the updates from southern states. We're joined by Ritu from Bengaluru, Ashish from Andhra Pradesh and Ashwin from Trivandrum. We shall start with the Tamil Nadu story. Of course, it's a political story with TVK and Congress. TVK leader Adhav Arjuna hints at a possible alliance with Congress and even other DMK alliance partners in future. While participating in a Christmas event yesterday at Kanyakumari district, he pointed out that DMK alliance partners like Congress, VCK and even left parties cadre are in support of TVK, but they are waiting for right time to take decision. He pointed out that MGR and former Chief Minister MGR and Jayalalitha loyalists are with TVK only, but leaders have a different of opinion on this. But he also stressed that time will change everything. The change will happen very soon. This come amid the DMK alliance is intact ahead of 2026 election because for waiting for a fourth consecutive win, possible for looking forward to register their fourth consecutive win. On the other side, we have ADMK and BJP alliance. But however, Congress, very few Congress leaders are very recently asking for a power share if DMK wants the election in upcoming election. Amid this, TVK top leader Vijay himself, while speaking on his first state conference, he pointed out that TVK's main agenda is giving a power share whoever comes trusting TVK forming an alliance with us. So amid this, TVK is trying to form a possible alliance. However, there is no clear picture, no parties, very few options for TVK. As the other side, NDA is maintaining the alliance with BJP and ADMK and other smaller parties. They are looking to add Patali Makkal Katchi and other smaller parties also. Similarly, DMK and Communist and Congress have been in alliance for a long time. Amid this, TVK leader Adhav Arjuna political statement got an interesting, significant development in run-up to 2026 election. Let's listen into reactions over from Adhav Arjuna and ADMK.
நாங்கள் உண்மையாகவும் உறுதியாகவும் இருக்கிறோம். அப்படி சொன்ன அண்ணன் யார் தெரியுமா? நம்ம திருமாண்ணன், நம்ம கம்யூனிஸ்ட் தோழர்கள், நம்மளுடைய காங்கிரஸ் தோழர்கள்லாம் நம்மள கூட்டணி தர்மத்துக்காக திட்டுற மாதிரி திட்டுவாங்க. கவலைப்படாதீங்க, உண்மையாலே திட்டுற மாதிரி திட்டிட்டு இருப்பாங்க. ஆனால் காலமும் நேரமும் இதை சரி செய்யும். உண்மை.
In the first, the myth that DMK alliance is a formidable one and stronger is busted long back. The moment one of the office bearer of Congress met Vijay clearly indicates that alliance parties who are with DMK have second thoughts now. Only the AIDMK headed by our leader EPS and BJP who has joined the alliance is more formidable and stronger, and the mandate is very clear. AIDMK and its allies will form the government in 2026. Speculations are very right. 3 parties who are in ally with DMK have lost their recognition and symbol. So there are only 3 more parties who are surviving. One is Congress, VCK and Communist. If Adav says all 3 are in touch with them, it signals that the end of DMK is inevitable. And it's clear.
Having minimum options for TVK ahead of 2026 election, TVK leaders are coming up with this statement trying to form a formidable alliance ahead of 2026 election. Moving on to another story from Bengaluru, we have Ritu to speak more on this. Over to you, Ritu.
Thank you, Vijay. Well, very sad that there's a shocking incident that has come to fore from Bengaluru. On our screens is the CCTV footage that you can see how that a 21-year-old woman was allegedly assaulted, slapped, and the kind of actions that have been seen by this person identified as Naveen Kumar. Now this is the incident, a shocking incident that took place here in the city on 22nd of December is what we are given to understand. Now more shocking is what that this is the incident that took place in the day broad light around 3:20 p.m. is what we are given to understand. Now what's also been told by the police is that now both of them had actually come in contact in 2024 through Instagram. They had they were in touch, were texting each other, were on calls as well. Apparently used to hang around as well. But now more importantly, even as that this person who's accused in this case, Naveen Kumar, who was trying to propose allegedly this particular 21-year-old woman, who then refused to get into the relationship, and now that's what has really led him to that anger to reach near her PG and has committed this sort of a crime. But of course, police has arrested this accused. We also have the state's deputy CM DK Shikumar reacting to it. He says that the incidents like of this has taken place during the BJP tenure as well. In fact, he says is ready to put out the list as well of similar incidents during BJP tenure. It's of course quite sad the way that the deputy CM has reacted to this incident. But more importantly, now listen into what exactly that the deputy CM had to say.
Shall I send a list of the such things when happened at the BJP rule? Karnataka is the most respected state in the country with the governance and the law and order.
Well, needs to be seen because, of course, the BJP over this incident is up in the arms, saying that the law and order is out of hand. How is this really going to pan out in the coming days? That needs to be seen. But we have more news coming in from Kerala, where my colleague Ashwin will bring you those updates. Ashwin, over to you.
Thank you, Ritu. It's not Ashwin, it's me, Ashish, who will be now telling you about a very shocking incident, in fact, crime incident in Andhra Pradesh, in Anantapur, in Satyasai district of Andhra Pradesh, where in Kadari, police paraded a person, a political activist, what we have been told, that this political activist is of opposition YSR Congress party, and he, during the birthday celebration of YS Jagan Mohan Reddy, he allegedly assaulted a pregnant woman. The birthday celebration was held on 23rd of December in Kadari, one of the villages of Kadari Mandal of Satyasai district. And what the complainant that woman has told to the police in her complaint, that these accused, this particular person who is now arrested, who is sent to judicial custody along with another person, they were busting cracker and making loud noises outside the house of the complainant. And then when this